Hello everybody and welcome back to my kitchen. I am going to share some really good recipes with you all today, but before I forget, I always forget this in my videos. I would love it if you would subscribe and hit that bell. Like, comment, it helps me so much and it helps the channel to grow. And if you like what you're seeing, you're gonna want the channel to continue to grow. And so I really appreciate you being here. Now, funny story, I started off with several recipes and I accidentally deleted some of the footage. That's how new I am to this. But I think you're gonna enjoy the ones that I'm making for you this time. And a couple of these recipes are my own. The shrimp boil is definitely my own recipe. And the spaghetti sauce is as well. But the Cool Whip cups are not. And those are very, very Weight Watcher friendly. These recipes are Weight Watcher friendly. And we're all trying to lose a little bit of weight, get that COVID weight off. I'm down another pound. I told you I would be keeping you in the loop of my weight loss journey. It's been tough. We had grandkids here for a week during spring break and they're preteens, teenagers. And guess what? They love junk food so much. Y'all, it was so hard, but we had a good time and I did continue to lose weight, but boy, did I ever want to really enjoy what they were eating. But I tried to stay true to myself and just remember that I'm on a journey and I want you all to come along with me. It would be so much fun if we could do this together. So until the next time, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm so excited to share with you today my version of a good old-fashioned shrimp boil. Yes, I call it a shrimp boil. I was raised in Pensacola, Florida, and some people call it a low country boil, but it's pretty much the same thing. And when I am making the shrimp boil, I start with a big pot of water and then I add a bunch of things to it so the water gets just flavored perfectly. I add in onions, fresh garlic, a cut up lemon, one lemon, add celery, and then I add in all of my spices. The Louisiana crab and shrimp boil in the liquid form, the Zatarain's granular crab and shrimp and crab boil, which is very good, but you have to watch the salt level because it can get overly salted. My stock pot to a rolling boil and I boiled the corn, the potatoes, the onions for a good 20 minutes. Then I checked the potatoes with a fork to make sure they were starting to get tender. And once they were, I added in the cleaned mushrooms. While my vegetables were boiling, I went ahead and made my cocktail sauce. And this is super easy and I really do not have a recipe for it. I just take maybe a cup of ketchup and then I use horseradish and Worcestershire and it's all to taste. So if you like a really spicy cocktail sauce, you would definitely want to add more horseradish. Once the vegetables are finished, then I remove the vegetables from the stock pot and I save the water because that is what I'm going to cook my shrimp in. So I go ahead and pour my shrimp into the hot water. I cook those until they pink up. And then what I do at the very end is I add back in all my vegetables. So I want everything to be hot. And then I let that sit in the water for maybe about a minute so that everything is nice and it's really hot. Then I drain the whole entire mixture in a huge colander, and then I serve it up. And we do not get fancy when we are doing a shrimp and crab boil. We lay down paper on the table, we have shell bowls, and then I serve it with fresh garlic bread, sometimes just fresh French bread, and I'll put some butter on the table. But we are very, very casual with this meal, and it is so delicious and such a hit with all of our friends. Plus, this is such a Weight Watcher friendly dinner. I ate my weight in shrimp that night, and I had one red potato, one ear of corn, one piece of bread, and I was just a happy camper. I loved it. Try cooking this meal for friends and family because it's always a beautiful presentation and everybody is so impressed. I hope you enjoy making this. Hey there, my next recipe is my lean and mean spaghetti sauce. I make this with the Genio hot Italian turkey sausage, ground chicken, red bell peppers, carrots, zucchini, onions, and lots of spices. And I love the Rayo's marinara sauce. What sets my sauce apart from all the others is the fact that I add zucchini and carrots into the sauce, and I have done it for probably over 30 years. When my children were small, they were very picky eaters, and this was a way that I could hide vegetables and get it into their little bodies. What I really love in my kitchen is my little lawnmower chopper. That's what I call it. If you watch the video, you'll see what I'm talking about. I bought it from a kitchen store here in Galveston, and I absolutely cannot live without this product. It really does a wonderful job chopping vegetables all at the same consistency, and nothing gets overly wet or mushy, which those are things that I absolutely hate about food processors. As you know, carrots are really good for us. I know that this is going to seem crazy to you all, but I personally am not a big carrot lover myself. So one of the reasons I chop them up finely is because I really do not want to get a big chunk of carrot in my sauce, and you cannot taste these. This is an amazing sauce, and you really should try adding a cup or two of carrots into your sauce. The next thing I'm going to do is add olive oil into a frying pan. Actually, it's a very deep pan because I have a lot of vegetables that I want to saute up until they're tender, not until they're cooked all the way through, so about 15 minutes. While I am sauteing all the vegetables, I do season these pretty heavily because I find it easier to season my meat separately and my vegetables separately so that when you put it into the sauce, it all starts to meld together, and then if you need more, you can add more at that time. The one thing that I always remember hearing and remembering is that Americans eat with our eyes, and it is so true. There is nothing prettier than a rich sauce that is full of depth and different colors and all of the different vegetables, the meat, the sauce, the tomatoes, everything put together. It's just so gorgeous. Once the vegetables were finished cooking, I transferred those over to a bowl so they could sit while I was working with the meat. And I am telling you all, I absolutely love mixing the turkey Italian sausage, but it's always got to be the hot one. We like that one so much better than the sweet one, but it's a personal preference. And then I take that 1 pound of ground chicken as well. I am a huge fan of the tool that I am using. It is actually a meat chopper by Pampered Chef, and I can't get enough of this tool. Find a Pampered Chef distributor and do yourself a favor and order one of these. Now it is time for the fun part. Let's assemble the sauce. I put the meat mixture and the vegetable mixture in the Dutch oven, and I put this on top of my stove, and now I'm going to add 1 jar of Rayo's marinara sauce and 1 can of fire roasted tomatoes, and then I'm going to season this up even more. In addition to the Rayo's and the fire roasted tomatoes, I did add 1 can of water to this sauce. You will definitely need to thin it out. Now that everything is mixed together, you just put the lid on your pot, put this on low, and let it cook all day long. The longer, the better. Because I'm on a health journey, I try to eliminate as many carbs out of my diet as I can. And for this sauce, I always put it over zucchini ribbons. I take a potato peeler and I peel back those zucchinis in layers, and boy, is that easy to do, and it is so tasty. I then take a frying pan and add the spray avocado oil into the pan, and then I lightly saute the zucchini ribbons until they're nicely done but not too soft. I like them a little bit more on the al dente side. Now it is time to eat. Look at those beautiful zucchini ribbons, that rich sauce, and that beautiful plate of healthiness right there in front of you. I hope that you will make this recipe. You are more than welcome to ask me any questions, and I'll be happy to answer them. Thanks for watching. For this recipe, I am making peanut butter cups, and these are so good, you guys. Use fat-free whipped topping, which is a Cool Whip substitute. Use the powdered peanut butter, and I use the chocolate, and then sugar-free Hershey syrup. 3 ingredients for some yumminess. So this is pretty exciting because I pretty much tried to eliminate a lot of my sugar, and I think this is going to be wonderful. Okay, first things first, you get a large bowl. Definitely have a mixing bowl there, and I'm going to go ahead and put in this 8 ounces of fat-free Cool Whip. I couldn't find Cool Whip, so this one is a great substitute. It's the Kroger brand. And then you take 8 tablespoons of the powdered peanut butter, and I'm mixing in 6 tablespoons of water. Now, I'm not really sure if that's going to be the consistency that I want. We'll see once I get there. But look, if you haven't tried this powdered peanut butter, oh my gosh. The brand that I normally use is PB2, but for some reason, I haven't been able to find it. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they're not carrying it in my stores here on the island. That's island life for you. So yeah, I like that consistency. And let me, that's delicious. Delicious. All right. Then I'm gonna pour that into that Cool Whip. And then I'm just going to start folding this in. Now, how easy and delicious does that look? And I don't even mind if it's swirled like that. That doesn't bother me at all because actually I think that's pretty. Now what you do is you line a cupcake tin with cupcake liners, and then you just start adding this to each cupcake liner. You just start adding it to each cupcake liner, and I like to just add a little bit and then go back in and add more. This recipe is supposed to make 12. And because I'm on this weight loss journey, this is something that I can grab in the afternoon if I'm feeling the need for something sweet. And I've got that one a little bit fuller, but that's okay. But I wanted to make something super easy and delicious. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go put these in my outside freezer for 15 minutes. And then I'll come back in, bring them back in, and I will add the sugar-free syrup on top. Oh, you guys, that's tasty. Now I'm gonna take the Hershey's sugar-free syrup, and I'm just gonna drizzle this, ooh, oops. Man, this is thicker than I thought it would be. This is almost like fudge, but okay, it's a little bit better. Let's see if I can, I'm not very decorative, am I? But it doesn't matter because these are going to taste so good. What I'm going to do, because this one looks, oh, you have to laugh at me. Let me see if I can swirl that around. Okay, actually, I don't mind swirling this to make it look prettier. And I'll have to remember that for the next batch I make and just do them. Oh, that's really pretty. Okay. Oh my goodness, yum. These will be ready in about an hour. So we're gonna put those back in the freezer. Don't those look delicious? Oh my gosh. I can't wait to eat one. So I am going to treat myself to this little dessert, and I can guarantee you it's going to be delicious and so low calorie. We must make these.